gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome to the Wine Intelligence Symposium at London Wine Fair. My name is Richard House, I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Wine Intelligence. Today we are going to bring you some new ideas. I hope they will be ideas that you will find relevant. To help us to get to the bottom of these ideas, it's my great pleasure to introduce someone I've worked with for many years, who, being a journalist, describes himself as inherently maverick, and as well as being a maverick journalist, is also an MW and someone who has been a broadcaster and writer about wine for many years. So, would you please, first of all, welcome to the stage your host for today, Mr. Atkin MW.
Richard, when you said somebody you've worked with for many years, I think you're going to say my wife. No, not my wife, your wife. Is that working? Can you everybody hear me? Yeah, fantastic. No? Should I move it a bit closer? Is that better? Yeah, okay, fantastic. Mavericks, right, well, I thought before we started, I just kind of start with a definition of what a maverick is. And so, as people often do, I looked it up in the Oxford Dictionary. The origin of the word maverick goes back to Texas, where there was a man called Samuel A. Maverick who refused to brand his cattle. Since then, obviously, the word maverick has developed a little bit, and it's now thought to be somebody who is unorthodox or independent-minded. I love mavericks. I love people who think in slightly different ways and who dare to challenge the status quo. There's a great quote, favourite of mine, from Jack Kerouac. Jack Kerouac, many of you will know as an American writer who wrote On the Road. He was sort of the origin of the Beat generation. Jack Kerouac said, the only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles, exploding like spiders across the stars. I hope you'll forgive the mixed metaphor with the Roman candles and the spiders. Anyway, you get the idea. Sadly these days, the whole idea of being a maverick in business speak has been distilled down into things which are effectively cliches. We talk about breaking new ground. We also talk about pushing the envelope. My good friend Michael Cox, who was given a couple of awards this week, told me a nice joke about pushing the envelope. He said, no matter how far you push the envelope, it's still stationary. I don't know. This other idea, this other cliche is thinking outside the box. Well, I've got a good example of thinking outside the box, and this is a true story of something that somebody was asked to do when they went for a job interview. And the scenario is as follows. You're driving down the road in your car on a wild and stormy night, and you go past a bus stop, and there are 3 people waiting at the bus stop. The first person is a very old lady, looks very frail, looks as if she might be about to die. The second person is an old friend who saved your life. And the third person is the perfect partner, somebody you've always been dreaming about, your ideal man or woman. Which one would you choose to offer a ride to? There's only one space in your car. This is a kind of moral and ethical dilemma, really, and it's used, as I said, as part of a job interview. And the person who got this job out of 200 people decided that the best thing to do was actually give the car keys to his old friend, who had and the old friend would drive the old lady to the hospital, and he then stop and wait at the bus stop with the beautiful lady, which is a smart bit of thinking outside the box, right? So I was having dinner with a mate of mine a couple of nights ago, and I said to him, I tried this out with him, and he said, oh, it's actually easy. What I'd do is I'd run the old lady over, put her out of her misery, I'd have sex with the perfect partner on the hood of the car, and I'd go out where I'd use my car to drive off, and my friends could have a few beers. Anyway. Thinking differently, that's what we're going to be doing today. And we're going to look at it from several perspectives. The first perspective will be a practical one, people who have actually worked in the business. The second one will be an academic perspective, so looking at it strictly from a theoretical point of view. And the third examples of which we're going to have 3 altogether will be from people who work in different businesses. We're going to bring something back, we hope, to